Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maggie. I do tarot readings, astrology stuff, and other things. Go ahead and check out my last video if you want to see me do other things where I bought candles for my table because they were all dying. So I had to get more. But anyway, if you haven't noticed already by today's video title, we're going to be looking into what's your Valentine's Day going to look like. Yeah, we're just gonna, basically kind of like who you're with, what you guys are gonna do, what's going on in the connection, and then we'll get some advice on how to embrace more love in your life, and then that'll be the reading. So yeah, go ahead and take a minute to pause the video, figure out which pile you're most drawn to, and then we can get started into some juicy details. So for the piles, we have the Sacred Rose Tarot, we have the Chinese Tarot, we have the Tattoo Tarot, and then finally we have the Renaissance Tarot. So yeah, go ahead and pause the video to pick your pile, and then we can get started. Hi there, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading on what is your Valentine's Day gonna look like. Ew, I'm so excited. I just thought this would be a fun little reading to, it's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is coming up, might be fun. You never know what's gonna happen. But anyway, just to preface the reading, we're gonna go ahead and start with the tarot and look at basically what the day has in store for you. And then I already shuffled your oracle stuff because it takes too freaking long on not doing it beforehand because my camera keeps cutting out, so hopefully that'll save us some time. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm so excited. I don't know. So nosy. Anyway, okay, so Spirit, what is Pile 1's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What is Pile 1's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What is Pile 1's Valentine's Day gonna look like? Okay, so we already have a card. Cool. We have the Sun in reverse. We have... I think that's good. So, 9 of Cups. Okay. The Knight of Swords. The Page of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Cups on the back. Or, lastly. Sorry. I'm just so excited to see how you guys' Valentine's Day turns out. And also just like a small disclaimer, I don't want anyone to come in here thinking oh, I picked a pile, I felt drawn to a pile, does that mean that I'm gonna have a date for Valentine's Day? I don't want to get your hopes up because sometimes you're wishing for something and it doesn't always work out the way that you want. So I just want to say, this is mainly about the day itself, not necessarily maybe there's somebody on your mind that you hope to go on a date with on Valentine's Day. That might not happen. I just want to, this is more about what's going on with you in terms of love on the day about love. That's kind of what I wanted to get into. I mean, I'm sure some of you will definitely be with somebody romantic, and if there is somebody that you're looking at to hopefully have a romantic relationship with, or go on a date or something, I hope they say yes. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. So let's get into it because already we have some juicy shit. So right away, Pile 1, I know I just said oh, you might not be with somebody or whatever, but I'm going to tell you, I do see somebody. I see somebody. We have all of these cups here. And cups are all about love, so like, yeah. Anyway, but I do want to say, like, whoever this person is, they... Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull one more card for this guy. So, let's see. Can I get a clarifier, Spirit? Also, sorry for all the noise that's going on in the background. Can I get a clarifier for the sun here? We have the 8 of Cups. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So, pile 1, who is this mysterious person that you're spending Valentine's Day with? Okay. So, right off the bat, I do want to say that they do have a romantic interest in here, with you in here. We have all of these different cups over here. So they definitely have feelings. But I'm kind of getting the sense that this person that you're interested in might be a little bit of a bad boy. We have the sun in reverse here. I think, or maybe it's not even that they're really a bad boy. I think it's more, I think they might be in a little bit of like a, I don't want to say dark space because it's the sun. Like, I can't get bad energy from the sun. I think really right now, this point in time, what they're going through, it's not necessarily like a dark space, like, you know, I don't get the sense that they're in trouble or anything like that, or that they're having like dark thoughts or anything like that. I think it's just that their life is upside down right now. I keep looking at the sun in reverse and I keep thinking like, no, this should be upright. Like this is this person, the sun. They're very sunny, energetic. They're super charismatic. They're super like charming. They are like the life of the party, you know, like Leo energy. They might be a Leo. But right now, their world is upside down. Like, I feel like this sun card, it's not necessarily representing like the person's personality. It's just kind of representing like where they're at like right now. I feel like I'm hearing for a lot of you, like maybe they just moved somewhere, or they just, or they're about to move, or I don't know, like some sort of move going on, and it's kind of left them like a little bit homesick. We have this 8 of Cups here. I feel like they're a little bit down on their situation right now just because of how, like, get out of here, sorry. Just because of how, like, torturous the process was. I'm really getting the sense that, you know, like they just moved somewhere new and they don't really know anybody. They've come from like very far away from their home. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, but that's not necessarily like who you are. I feel like for some of you, like you just met this person, you know, they just moved here. You're the first person that they meet, and so you're kind of like unsure of what's going on. But for some of you, I get the sense that you've known this person for a really long time, and so like, you know, and that might be a reason why the sun is like coming out in reverse, but I want to like keep flipping it over. Like, you know them as this sun person, but right now they're like this. Right now they're kind of in a little bit of a pickle, or a little bit of a spot. I don't know. They also might be very giggly. Like, I feel really giggly right now. Maybe that's just like a part of their personality. They're very giggly. But yeah, for those of you who you've known this person for quite a while now, I feel like you might be kind of confused by like their current energy or like their current presence, just because they kind of have like this, I don't want to say gloom around them, because they might be a little moody right now. They might be a little bit like, oh yeah, you know, like passive, but it's not necessarily like they're sad or depressed or anything. But honestly, I get for for this group where they've known this person for a long time, I feel like they're kind of like sad and homesick because of you. Like they really kind of miss you. So maybe they'll, for, you know, if they're like further away from you now, maybe they'll come out to visit you for Valentine's Day. I don't know. But getting back to those of you who like maybe you just met this person, like maybe I get the feeling like that energy kind of throws you off, like you know, like you get the sense, like I feel like you as a person get the sense that that they are like this sun person, that oh my god, that they are this like sun person, like they are very warm and generous and like kind-hearted, funny, you know, like Leo stuff, like I was saying. But then like passing in the hall or something, like you'll see them kind of look like this, where they're just like kind of moody right now and they're a little bit like you know, but it's not like, it's not because of you. It's not because they're like sad about you, if that makes sense. Like their gloominess has nothing to do with you. I feel like it's more about like past stuff. I think regardless of if you just met them or if you've known them for a long time, you know, things that they're kind of upset about right now is a lot of like past stuff. They keep looking to the past and thinking like, oh, I could have done this different, I could have done that different, or, you know, like I said, being homesick, I get that feeling. Like, I think it's because of the moon right here. It reminds me of Cancer, and like this feeling of like, I just want to go home. Maybe they have a Cancer moon. They're a Leo with a Cancer moon, if that resonates for some of you, or a water moon in general. I'm just getting something specific about the moon, but anyway, so yeah, that's like the kind of, this is the person that you'll be spending Valentine's Day with, if that sounds familiar. As far as what are you guys gonna do and where are you guys going, I definitely think it's gonna be, okay, I'm gonna have a hard time like this because for those of you who you've known this person for a while, I get the feeling that you guys are like really good friends. And so I feel like at first it's not going to be anything super romantic. Honestly, I think for both groups, it's not going to be something that's like obviously romantic, but it's gonna make you guys both really happy. I see like really fun, something really fun. Like I'm also getting like by the ocean too, like maybe the pier. I don't know, the pier, the harbor, the bay, something like that, where you guys are near water. So we have so much water imagery everywhere. Yeah, but something fun, like something you guys both really enjoy. And like maybe even something you guys have like a memory of even. But either way, it's gonna be a blast wherever it is. You guys, I think it was like a mutual thing. Like I'm kind of getting the sense that this person will reach out to you and invite you to go do this, but and like say, oh yeah, we should go do this, but it's something that both of you have like kind of been thinking about doing at the same time, so it's kind of interesting. And then yeah, like it's I don't know, I'm just getting like a sense of like pure happiness. You know, Nine of Cups is all about like wish fulfillment. So like both of you, I think, wherever this is, will kind of feel like it's a dream come true. Like, oh my god, this is the most ideal thing that could have ever happened between us. Yeah. And let's talk about this Knight of Swords. I do feel like there is a little bit of like miscommunication between each other, or at the very least, like minimum communication between each other. I feel like, you know, if you're in the group where you haven't seen this person for a long time, it's probably just because, you know, they've had a lot going on in the recent past, and they just haven't really found the time to like reach out to everybody and be like, hey guys, I'm still alive. Let's go do something. So I feel like, you know, if you're in that group, it's not necessarily like a miscommunication, it's more just like a lack of communication, but not for any sort of bad reason, you know, or like scary reason. It's just purely like so much has been going on lately, which I completely understand. I think everybody's kind of going through that right now. New year, new things, right? And then for the group that where you just met, I feel like it's kind of like what I talked about earlier, where like you have this sense of like, oh, they're like a completely different person when I'm not around, but when I see them, they're just kind of like moody and gloomy, and you know, kind of assuming and / wondering, like, was it because of me? Do they not enjoy my company? Not the case at all. I mean, here you are spending Valentine's Day with them, so I don't know. But I think there will be like there will be a time, you know, I think even on Valentine's Day, because you guys are gonna go do something that like kind of is really fun to you and kind of like relaxes you both, so that you can kind of be more open with each other and be more vulnerable. I think there will be a time where you guys will like communicate. They definitely want to communicate to you. You know, the Knight of Swords is all about like rushing to someone with communication, and like you know, the first steps of making an effort to really communicate with somebody. That's the Knight of Swords. So they definitely want to talk to you. They definitely have things to say to you for sure. But, you know, it really is just because they have so much going on in their life that, like, it's been hard for them to really communicate with anybody about what they've been dealing with as of late. But let's move on to this Page of Cups, which, oh my god, I totally forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry. Which I feel like your person kind of goes through a little bit too, where they're just like, yeah, there's just all this stuff going on. I don't even remember what I was going to say. But anyway, moving on to the Page of Cups. How is your night going to end? Let me tell you. I feel like this situation this night, I think I might have mentioned it before, like, it might not seem romantic at the time, like, it might, like, whatever you do, like, it's gonna be really fun, but I feel like it's something you guys have either already done before, or it's something that's not really considered romantic. You know, you're just going to hang out somewhere. Like, it's like a hangout, you know, a kind of like casual, like, not really like implying any sort of romantic gesture in it. But that doesn't mean that they don't have feelings for you, or that they don't mean it in a romantic way. Because for some of you, I have a feeling that, like, well, I get the feeling that you guys have feelings for them, and for a lot of you, I get the feelings that they also have feelings for you, but I think, you know, just because the way that this person is with this sun energy over here, I think they are just, like, this light that, like, kind of everybody's attracted to, so sometimes they don't really know, like, what the other person wants. Like, to be perfectly honest, I don't even think this person realizes that you have feelings for them, which is probably why, like, what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day doesn't really seem romantic and doesn't really seem like they're trying to be romantic towards you. And I want to say, like, they might not, but like I said, not because they don't have feelings for you. I think it's because they just, like, they don't know what you want, so they don't want to, like, pressure you and, like, push you into anything. They kind of just want to see how it goes and, like, kind of want you to come to them kind of energy, which, no offense to my Leos, because I have a Leo moon myself, but I think it's more of, like, a fixed sign thing. Like, a lot of fixed signs that I know, man or woman or non-binary, fixed sign people, they do not like to make the first move. They just hate it. They don't like it. Rarely they are going to make the first move, and especially if they think that you're someone important, which they do. They think you're someone very important. They really value you. Like, they think you're amazing. If they find you important, they don't want to, like, make the first move because they don't want to ruin things. But so yeah, like, I don't think this person is gonna really try really hard to make a move and, like, make it more romantic. I think you're gonna have to be the person to kind of, like, mention it. But that's totally up to you, you know? If you don't want to do that, don't do that. If you think that the time is right and you guys are having fun, go for it. But as far as this Page of Cups, getting back on topic, how the night is gonna end, I see it can go either way. You know, the Page of Cups represents, like, it represents somebody making an offering. Like, it's about the first steps, kind of like with this Knight of Swords. It's about the first steps towards, like, making an offer of love and about, you know, coming forward with feelings. But because it came up in reverse, it can go either way. I think, like I said, it's kind of up to you to kind of see where the night goes, you know. If you decide that the timing's right and you really want to go for it with this person and you tell them how you feel, that's gonna, you know, your night could end like this. But if you feel like the timing's not right, it's just, you know, you're not really sure if you're, like, really, really sure if they have feelings for you, or if you have feelings for them, you know, that's a whole other can of worms. Could end like this, you know, where you know, things don't change. Because I don't see anything bad happening on Valentine's Day. Like I said, I see you guys having a lot of fun and, like, really, like, enjoying each other's company and having a good time. But, oh shit, okay. That was weird. I did not mean to put that upright, but I just, like, kind of subconsciously put that upright, so maybe, you know, maybe the end of the night will go somewhere. I'll just let you take that however you want to take that, me subconsciously putting that upright. Yeah. Now let's move on to this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups upright kind of represents, like, a new opportunity for love. And even though it came out in reverse, I I still feel like this could be an opportunity for love to grow. But I am thinking, like, what it does show me coming out in reverse is that maybe there are things that both of you still need to learn before you can truly, like, embrace this opportunity of love. I mean, I did subconsciously put that Page of Cups upright. Like, I literally, like, I didn't even think about it. It just happened. But, so, yeah, it literally could go either way. I think it really depends on you to either take that step or to let them take this step, It's going to depend on you. But, I mean, because I put that Page of Cups out, now I kind of want to put this one upright as well. I think overall, you guys both clearly really care about each other and have a great time in each other's company. I think there really is an opportunity for love to grow here, but it might be the timing, might be the circumstances, there's a lot of things that could contribute to, going either way with the end of the night. But I'm going to leave that upright because I do see potential here. So I think, we're going to leave it there. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you, I'm going to let you decide where you want to take this, It's ultimately up to you what you want out of this situation. So let's go ahead and get into your oracles. Figure out, what do you need to focus on to embrace more love in your life. What kind of love you're representing, and then just advice and things that you might need to hear. So start with these chakra cards. These are the ones I was telling you about in the last video, if you guys watched that. So let's see, for the chakra cards, we have the first chakra, it says base chakra, but I'm pretty sure that's the root chakra. I don't know. When I was reading the thing, it says it's mostly known as the base chakra. I was like, I've never fucking heard of that, so I don't know. I call it the root chakra, actually. So, anyway, the first chakra, the root chakra, the second chakra, the sacral chakra, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, and the seventh chakra, the crown chakra. So, for this one, we have courage and faith. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. So yeah, just having courage and faith, that things are going to work out the way that is going to best benefit you. And so for this one, we have well-being. I honor and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that were designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy to flow with exercise. I make time to rest, as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. So yeah, just really taking care of yourself. Maybe that's something that you struggle with, just really reminding yourself to take care of yourself. The fourth chakra, heart chakra, unconditional love. I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear of rejection. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I am loving to others, I am helping bring out the innate love within them so they also feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was or could be, and I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect respect me by how I love and respect myself. So yeah, just remembering like to have love for yourself first, you know, before you really worry about loving someone else. You know, you gotta take care of yourself, and you gotta have faith that you are loved at least by yourself, and that you can have compassion for yourself. And then finally, we have the 7th chakra, selflessness. I am kind to all. I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. I will help those who seek it, and I will seek out ways to be of service. I develop an attitude of looking for other ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. Everything I do from a spiritual perspective, and I put my heart into it. So yeah, that selflessness kind of like goes hand in hand with that unconditional love. Like it's weird, like have the selflessness to be selfish, you know, like to be kind to, I says I am kind to all, which includes you, like really being kind to yourself and loving yourself unconditionally and taking care of yourself and having faith. I'm so sorry for interrupting that. That was such a beautiful stream of consciousness. I'm so sorry. Anyway, just getting back to it, I want to mention this courage too, you know, and like, you know, not only have courage to, where does it say? It says, to overcome my fear, like not only to have courage to overcome what you fear, but even in this situation, like if you fear that this person doesn't have feelings for you, having the courage to show them love and like be open and forward with them anyway, you know, even if they don't have feelings for you, it turns out that, you know, they're not ready or something, or that they just want to keep things the way that they are, you know, still putting yourself out there and say, well, at least I tried, you know, at least I showed them my love, and at least, you know, I was open to it, you know, and wasn't afraid of ruining or that's a little intense, but like afraid of like, you know, being rejected. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say ruining things, because I honestly don't get the feeling with this person that you could ruin anything, even if it turned out that, you know, they didn't want to start a relationship. They're still gonna be your friend. Like, this person seems like a really good person, like a really good friend, if anything. You know, they really, really care about you, and they really want you in their life. So I think, you know, even if things didn't work out romantically, you'd still have them as a friend, and they'd still be there for you. So just having courage and taking the leap and saying like, well, I'm just gonna go for it anyway, it will be beneficial to you, because I think also it'll teach you that you don't have to like hold everything in out of fear that you're gonna get hurt, because spirit and the universe is gonna take care of you no matter what, you know. If it's not this person, they have somebody for you, and they're coming, so, you know, don't worry. But yeah, so here, those are those cards. I'm gonna push them up a little bit. You can go ahead and like take a screenshot of those if you want for like affirmations or something, because I don't know, I love these cards. I didn't expect to really, I got them as a gift, and at first I thought it was like a crystal kit, but then like I was reading it, you know, I opened it, it wasn't, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know much about chakras, so like it might be cool. But they do have some really cool affirmations on each of these cards, and you know, because they have the chakras, and oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought again. They have the chakras like associated with each of these affirmations, or affirmations associated with each of the chakras, you know, vice versa. You know, it kind of like tells you where you need to focus more of your energy. So, you know, maybe look into the first chakra, the first, second, fourth, and seventh chakra, to get a more, like a better idea of, you know, what spaces might be blocked. Like, the heart one is a big one. The heart and throat chakra, those are big for people, you know. The heart chakra has to do a lot with, like, love and, you know, being afraid of rejection and being afraid that you'll get hurt, you know. Really, when you open up that space, love flows more easy. So yeah, go ahead and look up those when you have the time. Gonna move on to the next card. So the next card I pulled from my beautiful, oh my god, what is this? It's the Amor, it's Psyche deck, and I absolutely love the artwork. It is so beautiful, so pretty. It's a little bit risque, shall we say? But I love that. I'm all about it. So I pulled this card to just kind of get an idea of, like, you know, what you were showing up as in this situation, even though I kind of already talked about it a little bit. We have charm and simplicity. Ooh la la. I feel like this person really, really finds you attractive. Like, I know I said, you know, like, even if things don't work out or, like, you know, they don't really show signs, I think they do find you really, really attractive. I think, like, charm and simplicity, like, I not only think that they find you very, like, physically appealing, I think that they feel like you're kind of like a, like, their match in a way. Like, they love you because you know how to keep up with them, and you know how to have fun with them, and you know how to keep things interesting. And so I think, and by, like, not really even doing much, just, like, by being yourself. So we have that there. Probably should have pulled that one first or, like, with the tarot or something. But anyway, yeah, they fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to pause the video real quick. Hi guys. I'm so sorry about that. There's a spider, like, this far away from me. Wait, you can't see. Like, this far away from me. I have terrible arachnophobia, so it scared the shit out of me. That's why I screamed so many profanities. And my boyfriend's not home right now, so I had to go kill it by myself, and I'm, like, literally shaking right now. I'm so sorry about that. But, anyway, let's just get back to the reading. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this person really admires you and thinks you're very charming and funny and, like, just overall really cool person. I feel like, sexually, we can't say that word, no, I feel like, sexually, you know, they're very, very attracted to you. I think, you know, like, I keep looking at this girl right here, and it kind of reminds me of, like her headdress, like, that reminds me of Daisy Buchanan in, oh my god, that was, like, my favorite book in high school, and I can't remember it right now. The Great Gatsby. She kind of looks, like, reminds me of that a little bit, except, like, brunette. Like, I think this person kind of sees you as that, like, the kind of unattainable, just, like, feminine mystique kind of person. Like, you don't have to be a girl, but, like, you know, you have that energy to you, and that, like, really intrigues them. Even though you guys are close, it's like something about you is, like, kind of mysterious. Like, they're just like, how do they do it, you know? How does Pile One do it? They're just so, like, beautiful and charming and, like, so cool. How do they do it? But anyway, let's finally finish up this reading, move on to these, like, advice and whatnot cards. that. There we go. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist. I'm like, it has to be freaking perfectly symmetrical. So sweeten the mood, sacral chakra, again, which is interesting. Meet your match. I literally said that earlier. I was like, you are like their match. They've met their match. So it's interesting. It says meet your match. Maybe you guys are like, you know, that looks weird. I don't want to say it because I hate saying, you know, like promising people like, oh my god, they're your twin flame. You guys are soulmates. I hate doing that because, you know, like, this is me just going off on a personal tangent. I personally do not believe, oh my god, please just, thank you. I personally don't believe that there's any way that you could know or that anyone could really tell you. I feel like it's simultaneously something that you have to find out for yourself, or like you have to know within yourself, and also something you could just never know. Like, I don't know, it's that love at first sight thing. Like, I don't know, you know. There's attraction at first sight. There is such thing as attraction at first sight. Magnetism, you know, but that does not mean that they're the love of your life, you know. There are such things called karmics that exist, and those are people where you kind of get the feeling like, oh my god, love at first sight, you know. You feel really, really attached to them, but it's not necessarily your soulmate or your twin flame. So, you know, I don't want to promise you that they might be your twin flame or something, but I think you guys do have a special connection where, you know, you guys, oh my god, what is it called? Like, anyway, like, you guys match wits, like, trying to say that, like, you guys are both, you guys are like on the same intelligence level, same spiritual level, and you guys are attracted to that, and you kind of have met your match in that sense. Anyway, meet your match. And green adventurine. I'm so terrible at pronouncing things, I'm sorry. But yeah, so let's start with sweeten the mood. So this is a love spell. I really like this deck because it kind of has just like a whole bunch of different things to what does it say? It says to ignite and engage in passion and love, you know. It's all about just like embracing more love into your life. So they have love spells, chakras, crystals. They also have like like astrological things as well. And I thought that would come out, but none did this time, so sorry. But anyway, so sweeten the mood for a love spell. This spell is perfect for when you need to add a little sweetness to your love life. Maybe you've had a disagreement with your partner or got off on the wrong foot with a potential love match. Fill a clear glass with water and mix in 1 tablespoon of sugar. Write the name of the object of your affection on a piece of paper and place the paper in the water. Leave the glass near a window in the sunlight for 2 days. This will sweeten the situation and bring more tenderness to your relationship while simultaneously softening negative emotions. So yeah, maybe, I don't want to condone witchcraft, but maybe, you know, if you're a little nervous, this might, like, nervous meeting them, this might, like, ease your mind about it. So, you know, whatever, you know, do whatever you want. It is all up to you, you know, how far you want to go with things, but either way, no judgment here. You know, I've don't tell anyone, but I've cast love spells myself, so. Anyway, moving forward, we have the sacral chakra, I don't know why I keep saying that. Sacral chakra, centered just below your navel, is associated with intimacy and pleasure. When your sacral chakra is blocked or out of balance, it can impact your sex drive and lead to feeling detached. To clear your sacral chakra, find a comfortable place to lie on your back and place a crystal, clear quartz, citrine, or black tourmaline on your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra. Close your eyes and relax. Breathe into your sacral chakra to clear the blockage, restoring healthy energy flow and reigniting your passion. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that gave me such trouble right now. But yeah, just like another thing to do, you know, if like you're feeling really nervous about this meeting, especially if you have really strong feelings for this person. I can't really tell with this one, because this is more like, it's more about your person rather than you. But if you are feeling really nervous about this meeting or about this person and like you have really strong feelings for them, I would recommend, you know, doing all this, or at least something to kind of ease your mind about the whole thing, because trust me, it's not worth it to overthink this stuff. It's not worth it. If you're thinking too hard about it, I think that might be a sign that maybe you're not ready. But or I don't want to say that. That's not true. Anyway, it's just, I think it's a sign that, you know, you need to calm down a little bit. Anyway, so we have another love spell. It says meet your match. If you're looking for love, this spell can be used to draw in new romance. Using a red pen, write a letter declaring all the things you want in your next relationship. Be completely honest about what you're looking for. When you're finished, fold the paper until you cannot fold it anymore. Keep the folded letter in your pocket or your bag when you leave the house. If you're using a dating app, you can place the folded paper next to your phone while the dating app is open. When you're honest about your needs, desires, and expectations, you will attract the love you're seeking. This, actually, I recommend doing regardless of this situation. My grandma told me to do this when I was really little, and it fucking works. Told me to write down everything that I wanted in a man, you know, and for whatever you're looking for. You know, doesn't have to be a man. But just write down everything that you're looking for. And I never went as far as to, like, put the paper in my pocket, but, well, I guess I wrote it on my phone. Anyway, to carry it around with you, but it still works, you know, just write. I feel like writing stuff out is a part of manifesting. You know, you're creating. When you write, you create. But this is good to do, and it helps you to figure out, like, what you really want in a relationship. You know, so even if you do want this person, you know, writing everything out, you realize, like, oh, well, maybe this person isn't what I'm looking for because they don't meet this, and this, or whatever. But, you know, not saying that they're not, because I think you guys have a pretty good chance, but anyway, this is a good idea. I don't know why I'm so talkative right now. I'm sorry. And then finally we have green aventurine. This is a crystal for love, known as the stone of great opportunity. Green aventurine is associated with good luck. Call on this crystal when it's time to release old habits that are no longer serving you. When you let go of disappointments, you make room for new growth and opportunities. This stone promotes optimism and allows you to gracefully move forward in love with confidence. It also gives you the strength to persevere through romantic setbacks with the knowledge that better luck is just around the corner. Place this stone in a bowl on your desk or living room table. The energy from the stone will create abundance. So yeah, there you guys go. Sorry, that was a lot for me. I hope that helped. I hope you also have a really nice Valentine's Day. Oh, you know, it sounds like you'll have a really nice one. So yeah, you know, if you watch this video and come Valentine's Day and you want to report back, please feel free to leave a comment. I would love to know if anything that I said was accurate or not. I mean, leave a comment anyway to let me know if it's accurate or not. But yeah, I hope you really have a nice Valentine's Day, and good luck. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi there, Pile 2. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to your reading on what your Valentine's Day is gonna look like. Yee, are you excited? Because I'm excited. So basically how this reading is gonna go is we're gonna get straight into the tarot. You know, tell you about your Valentine's Day, with who, what, where, when, why, you know, all that good stuff. And then after that, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a split second. And after that, get into some oracle cards. I already have them shuffled to try to make things easier on me so that I don't have to it takes time out of the whole thing. But anyway, that's how this is gonna go. I just want to do a quick disclaimer before we start. If you clicked on this reading and you were drawn to one of these piles, I don't want you guys to hope that, like, oh, because I was drawn to a pile, that means that I'm gonna have a date for Valentine's Day. You know, you could, but I wanted to see more about, like, just the day itself, you know, this particular day in the future, because when I post this, Valentine's Day is gonna be in a week. Yeah, I don't want to, like, get your hopes up exactly, because, you know, I personally, like, my biggest pet peeve is when, like, readers promise me something that's not gonna happen. Like, I know in my heart of hearts that's not gonna happen, so, and then it doesn't happen. So yeah, so if you're coming to this reading hoping that I'm gonna tell you that you have a date for Valentine's Day when you kind of already know that, like you're not seeing anyone, you haven't made plans or anything like that, you know, I don't want you to get your hopes up, you know. This is more about just, like, the day, and then also, like, with these oracles, it's more about, like, learning how to embrace love for yourself and attracting love into your life. So anyway, now that that's over, let's go ahead and get started. So pile 2, what is your Valentine's Day going to look like? Okay, what is pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What is pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What is pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? Come on. Okay, well, that's too many freaking cards, so I'm gonna take, wait, hold on. See, I knew that wasn't just gonna be up. I'm just gonna take all of these and put them back. What is pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? So we have the 7 of Wands. What's pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? Okay, that's too freaking many. Okay, I'm gonna take this one because it's coming out. That one there. So then this is the Hierophant in reverse. Sorry, I don't think I've ever gotten that one before, so I was like, what the fuck is that? Sorry. Strength in reverse as well. Okay, what else? What pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What's pile 2's Valentine's Day gonna look like? Come on. We have Justice. One more card. Okay, that's too many, so. Wow, this one really just wants to go on its side. And then we have the Page of Coins, and then actually, you know what, I'm going to take these two as well as clarifiers. So let's see, clarifying the Page of Coins, we have the 10 of Wands and the King of Cups. Alright, alrighty. Pile 2, okay. So already we have 3 major arcanas right up in front. So Actually, sorry, I'm gonna pull one more card for the Seven of Spades. Can you clarify? Okay, I don't know who this person is yet, but they have a lot. They have a lot. I can already tell that you guys have some pretty intense history, some pretty intense feelings towards each other. There we go. So clarifying the ace, oh no, sorry, Seven of Wands, we have the Ace of Coins. All right, pile 2. Let me just, sorry. Okay, pile 2. Yeah, just like shuffling those cards. Also, before I even started, I was saging the room, and as soon as I got over the camera, a bunch of, like, the sage pretty much just exploded. So whatever's going on between you two, some pretty intense energy. And yeah, shuffling the cards, we have 3 major arcanas front and center. I can already tell that you guys have a lot of past, a lot of history with each other, and a lot of intense feelings. Okay, so let's start over here. Let's start with this Seven of Wands and this Ace of Pentacles. So right off the bat, this tells me that this person that you're going to be spending Valentine's Day with, they're a very hard worker. They work like crazy. So let me just, actually that's uncomfortable. Okay, also just the way that I'm like so uncomfortable, I feel like this person also is like a little nitpicky. I feel like it takes a lot for them to like truly be at ease and feel comfortable. I really get this feeling that this person sorry, I got like a really funny message from the universe or something. I don't know if this like means anything to you, but I know what it is. It's from Workaholics, and all 3 of the guys, they all say this throughout the show, and like when they're referring to something like something that's like not cool, they say something cool, they say it's very tight butthole. And then when something's not cool, they said that it's not tight butthole. And like tight butthole just came through my head, like that actor Adam Devine, him saying like, dude, that is not tight butthole, like that came through. Like, I kind of makes me think that this person like has a like, oh, that not that way, like they have like a clenched butthole. You know, like they're very uptight, kind of like just a very serious person, but I feel like also at the same time like they might say something similar to like, that's not tight butthole, or like loose butthole. That was another thing that they'd say in the show. So like, I don't know, maybe this person is always saying like, man, that's not cool, or like, that's so, you know, something along those lines, where they have like this stupid catchphrase that means like something's not okay. I don't know, they have a very good sense of humor. Earth energy makes me think of a good sense of humor, so. But yeah, they're a very hard worker. They're very like I'm looking at this Ace of Coins right here, and I feel like they're kind of like this guy right here, where they're always kind of like looking for the next opportunity to like get money or something like that. kind of opportunist a little bit. But not in like a bad way. This person just has like kind of intense energy, so I don't really like, I can't tell exactly. Well, no, I can't. I think they have very intense energy, and that kind of like puts off other people. But I think with you, like, I get the feeling that you've known this person for a really long time. I've already said that, but yeah, like, I almost get the sense that you guys are maybe in a relationship right now, or like you've been married or something. Actually, I'm almost hearing like you've been married before. Like, as if you're not now, but you have been married to this person. I don't know, that might be a very select few of you, but, which might also explain the, like, intense energy between you two, especially if you were together and now you're not. Like, there might still be some hard feelings between the two of you. But I don't get the sense that this is, like, a bad person. I think they're just a little off-putting to some people because they do have a very serious energy in a way. Like, I don't know, this Seven of Wands kind of like gives me mischievous, like, fiery energy. Wands is fire. But they also have this, like, serious business side to them. Maybe they own a business, or they, like, work for some sort of company, and they've been working there for years, and they're kind of, like, still working their way up the ladder. But either way, they have a unique energy, I will say that. I'm kind of also hearing, like, nobody really knows this person like you do, or like, oh, you just have to get to know them. Like, a lot of people might say that about them. Excuse me, sorry. Their friends and family would say that about them. But yeah, so this person that you're going to be spending Valentine's Day with, I also kind of want to know, I don't know if you guys will be physically together for Valentine's Day. I'm kind of getting this energy of, like, neither of you really want to see each other for Valentine's Day. And not because, like, they hate you or anything, but I think there's just, like, a lot of feelings around each other, and it's intense. That's all I can say, is it's just intense. But yeah, I am getting the feeling that, like, it might not be, like, a physical setting. Yeah. Maybe that's another thing about this person, is that they kind of, like, dance around the subject of things. Like, I don't know, I just, like, I'm finding myself, like, wanting to say something, but then I'm also like, I can't really say that. Not bad, like, overall, I get this, this energy of, like, I don't think they have anything bad to say about you, if that makes sense, because I know what I just said, but I don't think this person really, like, they recognize that you're a good person and that you are a good partner, but there's still some hard feelings between you two. Anyway, so let's get on to, like, where you guys are gonna be. I'll circle back to this in a minute because I gotta kind of figure out the rest. But so yeah, let's see where you guys are gonna be. We have this Heavenly Master. This is the Hierophant in reverse. I almost want to say, Oh, I'm sorry. I think for a lot of you, you may have been married to this person, and I think you might be going through a separation or even breaking up, divorce, or something like that. Because I'm seeing this setting is like not really a fun place. I'm sorry to say. I feel like this will be like a mutual setting, or like not a mutual, neutral setting, for both of you, that you guys have agreed to meet before. Uh, uh, this might be like a family member's house, or like one of your guys' houses or place of residence, wherever you are. For very, very few of you, I think this might be a court room, just because I'm getting this, like, I don't know, I'm hearing family court. We have justice over here, and then we have the Hierophant, which is like patriarchy, like family traditions, or not just family traditions, but like traditional system, patriarchy, all that good stuff. So for a few of you, I am hearing like family court, but either way, this person that you will be meeting, this won't be a romantic meeting. This will be more of like a just kind of somewhere that you agreed to meet to talk about things and work things over. And if you are in this situation where you're going through a separation, and you have already made plans to meet this person at this time to decide certain things, please don't feel discouraged or start thinking like, oh, it's over. Like, over in the sense that like that your life is over, because I'm hearing that, you know, this is just the beginning of a new start. This isn't the end of the world. There's much more for you to do in this life, and whatever's going on in this situation, it happened for a reason, and it happened for the best. You know, things just didn't work out. I feel like that was a very specific message that I needed to say, or not a specific message. I think, you know, I think for a majority of this isn't like a romantic thing, or because I could also see this being like a friend thing too. But I am getting the sense that like there is an ending here, and this is what this meeting is about. But yeah, I don't want you to be discouraged. I think, you know, just because this thing didn't work out doesn't mean that nothing will ever work out, and that doesn't mean that it's the end of your life. You know, there's so much more to do. You still have yourself, and you still have your friends and family that love you, and yeah, things are gonna be okay. I felt like I needed to say that at first, because I don't know, it was coming through. But anyway, let's move on to this strength in reverse. I feel like, you know, with this situation, yeah, I'm just getting the sense that, you know, like things didn't really work out here. I feel like I feel like both of you, when this was a thing, kind of like used, I don't want to say used, I think both of you kind of relied on each other to like hold the other accountable, or to like give the other person strength in what they're doing. And I think that might have been a big reason why things came to an end, is because both of you weren't really sure how to support the other person, or like your supporting styles, excuse me, were kind of different, or very different, and it just kept leading to arguments, even when there were times where there was communication. I think just like that communication style, that support style, just didn't really match. And so, you know, it was of no fault of either of you, especially you, you know, because neither of you were maliciously trying to hurt each other. Both of you were just trying to help, and it's just what you guys needed. Neither of you could really provide for the other. And so I think, you know, and that happens sometimes. Like, you meet somebody and you try really hard to work it out, and it just doesn't, because you guys are on completely different wavelengths. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there like that. It's really hard to find people who really understand you and really know how to support your needs and such. But yeah, I also wanted to say, like, it wasn't either of your faults, so definitely not yours. Tried very hard. So, you know, with this justice card, I think, I'm hearing justice will be served, but I don't want you to think like, oh yeah, he or she's going down, they're going down. I don't want you to think that, because I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think justice will be served in the sense that you guys will both be free of this burden that you've been carrying around about this situation, and you will kind of be freed of any negative energies and emotions that you've been holding on to because of this. Justice will be served in that way, that, you know, you guys will both finally get the peace that you deserve. And as far as these cards go, let's see, we have the Page of Coins, Ten of Wands, and the King of Cups. I think the real reason why your Valentine's Day is gonna go like this is because I think both of you need to kind of put the past behind you. I think both of you needed that chance to let go of everything that's happened in the past. You know, we have this Page of Coins. I think both of you needed a chance to, like, I'm hearing make an offering of, like, some sort of, like, material value. I don't know if, like, that resonates exactly, but other than that, I want to say, like, I think both of you needed a chance to kind of, like, clear the air about everything, you know, come to each other with this offering saying, like, I'm sorry for what happened, and I forgive you for everything that happens, and I hope you forgive me. And then with this Ten of Wands, I think, you know, it's really just saying, like, you just need to release this burden. That's what I was talking about, like, just letting go of the past, and then and then letting go of the past, knowing that, like, it wasn't because either of you wanted to hurt each other, because I think both of you, like, really cared about each other, and that there will always be feelings there, but it just didn't work out. Yeah. I think also, one more thing I want to say is just, like, this will be a good opportunity for both of you to kind of make amends in a way, and I guess, like, really, like, come to the best understanding that both of you could come to, considering that you guys sometimes struggle with communication and supporting one another. So I think this will be the best way to do that. But anyway, this is kind of where I want to leave the tarot, because I'm not really getting any more messages about that. I want to get more now into the oracles, especially because that kind of was a bit of a downer, and I want you to leave with feeling more empowered to focus on yourself and to kind of find love within, you know, find love for yourself, because that is another thing I'm kind of getting, is that, like, I feel like both of you kind of have this guilt, like, as if, like if the other, feeling like if the other person forgives me, I can never forgive myself. And I don't want you to feel like that, because this isn't a bad situation, you know? I think deep down both of you have this feeling that, like, you just want the other to be happy, and you feel like it's somehow your fault. It's somehow your responsibility. The other person's happiness is your responsibility. And at least for you viewing the video, I want you to know that other people's happiness is not your responsibility. If you tried everything you could to make the other person happy and it still didn't work, then it's not your problem anymore. It is not your responsibility to solve other people's problems. So let's go ahead and get into the oracles to find out, you know, how to embrace more love in your life and what you can do to help that. So I'll do it like this. So first we have the 7th chakra, the crown chakra. Grace, the grace of a higher power is with me, and I move through life knowing this truth. I believe in a higher power, and I know that it is within and around me, offering assistance and guidance. I surrender all my fears and burdens to a higher power. I am open to receiving grace, and I trust in a higher power. I am worthy. So yeah, you know, just having faith that everything's gonna work out for the best. I think, you know, maybe this situation has left both of you kind of feeling like, you know, that you don't have a chance in the world. And the thing is that you do. You know, you might not know where you're going in life, but you have to have faith that things are gonna come through for you. Sorry, I keep looking at them. Next we have the 1st chakra, or the base chakra, the root chakra. Responsibility. I plant myself in solid ground by constantly taking responsibility and having personal accountability for all that I do. I allow others to depend on me, being responsible. My actions speak louder than my words. I rise above excesses and overindulgences as I forgive myself for my past indiscretions. I know I could not have acted in a more evolved way than I was able to at the time. So yeah, I think this is a big one, you know, like I was saying, like, you feel this situation, but right here says, I'm sorry about that. Every single one of my readings, they're all cut up because my camera keeps cutting out and I need to fix that. I'm so sorry about that, especially because this is such a serious reading. As I was saying before, you know, about feeling responsible for what's happened in this situation. You know, right here it says, I know I could not have acted in a more evolved way than I was able to at the time. Like, this is how you know that you are not responsible for other people's happiness. You could not have known what was going to happen, and you couldn't have I don't want to say there was like nothing you can do, but like, in a way, like, yeah, there was nothing you could really do. You know, you did your best. You acted to the best of your ability, and you know, things worked out the way that they did. And as far as for the rest of it, I think what you really need to take accountability for and responsibility for is yourself. Saying, like, I plant myself on solid ground by consistently taking responsibility and having personal accountability for all that I do. You know, I think that right there is saying, like, I'm going to take responsibility for myself going forward, and I am going to try my best to still be there for other people. And, you know, like it says right here, I allow others to depend on me being responsible. I feel like this is saying, like, you can't let what's happened here get to you so that you do start neglecting other responsibilities of other people. Like, especially if you guys have children in this situation, like, you have to remember that you have children and you still have to take care of them, you know, even when you don't really feel like it, because, you know, that happens. People, you know, they have stuff that they need to do and they feel like, I'm so overwhelmed with everything, I can't do it. And you need to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people. That's what I feel like this responsibility is talking about here. If that made sense, I hope that made sense. And then for the last chakra card, we have the 6th chakra, third eye chakra, imagination. I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. I ask myself, what do I want? My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. I use this power to create harmonious relationships between all these levels. I imagine the life I would like to have, and I encourage my thoughts to be truthful, wise, and discerning. In this quietness of meditation, I see and hear the truth. So yeah, I think I feel like this speaks to, like, maybe the miscommunication, like, you know, not saying, like, you don't know what you want, because honestly I get the feeling that you're a pretty, like, balanced person, and you do usually know what you want. You're kind of, like, you know, you've said what you want, and you know how you would do things. But anyway, sorry, I don't know where that was going. I feel like this card is kind of just saying that, like, you need to think about what you want going forward, you know, like, what are you looking for going forward, and saying, I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. Like, this is saying, like, in order to embrace more love into your life, you need to know what you want and have faith that it will come to you. That makes sense. I don't know, because I was gonna say, and, like, stay positive, you know, like, keep it positive, but I don't know, I have a problem with saying that, because, like, you know, it's the whole toxic positivity where people are like, you know, just be happy, you know, like, I don't believe in that shit, you know, it doesn't work for me. It's more of, like, stay positive in the sense that, like, know that you will go through obstacles and that things are gonna happen, but that you have the power and control. You have more control than you think, and that if you're not happy in a situation, you don't have to stay just to make the other person happy or to make other people happy. If you're not happy, you have the power to walk away and say, I'm done here, you know, and go create something else that you do want, you know. It's kind of like it's something that you have to work for, you know. Happiness takes hard work. It's my personal belief, but yeah, it just, you know, really thinking hard about, like, what do I want? What do I need in a relationship, or like even just in your life, you know, what makes me happy? What makes you happy? And pursuing that and realizing that whatever you think, you create. So if you think like, oh, I'm never gonna be happy again, you know, this is over, this is the end of my life, like, then it's really gonna feel like that. But know that's not the real truth. That's not the reality of what's going on. It's just how you perceive things. That sounded bad, but like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say for that. You know, you can stop for a minute, take a screenshot of those. I really like these cards and what they have to say. You know, do more research on these chakras, the 1st, 6th, and 7th chakra, to maybe get a better understanding of like what you need to look into, what, you know, things that might be blocked. I will say for the 1st chakra, the root chakra, that's kind of where like all of our basic instincts come through. That's where like all of our deep unconscious thinking comes from. So if your 1st chakra is blocked, then it's going to be really hard to manifest this other stuff, to really be able to zoom out your perspective and look at the big picture rather than what's right in front of you. And it's going to be harder to really find spiritual peace and connect to the collective, if that makes sense. But yeah, so go ahead, take a minute to take a screenshot of that if you want. You know, you don't have to, but I also really like these sayings. I think a lot of them are really helpful, you know. And, you know, here in this quietness of meditation, I see and hear the truth. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, you know, it's not the whole truth based on like your perception. So yeah. Anyway, I'll let you do that while I pull these ones over here. For this card, I pulled this one to just kind of see like how you are showing up in this situation. And this Valentine's Day, soft whispers. I feel like this card is kind of calling on like, oh my god, I just had it and then I lost it. I feel like this card is kind of calling on to like your tenderness. That sounds weird, but like tenderness in the way that like I feel like you're a very compassionate and nurturing person, and I feel like even in this situation, as you and this person come to an agreement about what's going on, you know, you're still very like caring and compassionate and saying like, well, yeah, you know, if this is for the best, you know, then this is for the best. Like, I feel like, I also feel like, by like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, let me turn that off real quick. I'm so sorry, I feel so bad like cutting in this reading, especially just because I completely feel your pain. Like I understand that this is a very hard reading to sit through, just because it's I feel like a lot of hard stuff is going on here, but And I'm so sorry, like, I don't want it to be interrupted. But anyway, so with this soft whispers, like I was saying, like, I feel like it shows, honestly, like, how graceful you are and, like, how classy you are in a way that, like, even after all this is going on, like, you still have the compassion and courtesy to be, like, or the courtesy to be compassionate and to, like, still feel for the other person and still realize that they're a human being and, you know, that this is, hard to go through. And so I feel like you're showing up as this very, like, I almost want to say, like, Cancerian, like, maybe you have Cancer placements. I don't know why that was coming up, but, yeah, I'm just getting the sense that, like, you know, like, I feel like you really believe as a person that it's in being compassionate and towards other people, even if they've hurt you. So I really want to commend you on that and say that that's really, really cool of you. It's hard, believe me. It is very hard to still be compassionate towards somebody who's hurt you very deeply. So, good job. Sorry. Anyway, for these last cards, it's just kind of like advice and like things to look out for on this day. So we have signs in love. Aries, never one to shy away from the challenge. Fiery Aries relishes putting in all the work that is needed to win the hearts of those they desire. Once committed, Aries will pour their passion into the relationship to ensure a deep and intense romance. When Aries is in love, they will keep their partner on their toes with flamboyant declarations of love that show off their passionate nature and keep the spark burning. Aries takes it upon themselves to ensure that the fire never burns out in a relationship. So maybe this person is an Aries, or maybe this is the next person that's coming along. They might be an Aries, which might be more like, I don't know, maybe that might be more, God, I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Might be more suited for you, you know, or, you know, maybe somebody you know that's an Aries or has Aries placements is important to this situation. So there's that. And then this one is crystals for love. Moonstone. Moonstone awakens emotions and passions. This opulent stone can bring up deep wells of emotion you didn't know you had. If you feel like you love life or a relationship, or your love life or relationship has become stagnant, call on Moonstone to shake things up. It also helps us to get in touch with our sensual needs and desires, to jazz things up in bed or improve intimacy. Keep Moonstone on your nightstand. So yeah, maybe Moonstone can help you. I mean, I always wear Moonstone. I love Moonstone. Where was it? It says it also helps us to get in touch with our sensual needs and desires. Like, you know, here with this 6th chakra card asking, what do I want? You know, maybe Moonstone can help with that. It can help you get in touch with, like, your more emotional side to help you get a better idea of what it is that you actually need in a relationship and what you actually want out of a relationship. We also have rose quartz. Rose quartz heals heartbreak, attracts new romance, and encourages self-love. Turn to this rose-colored stone when you want to call in a new lover, mend wounds, or overcome feelings of jealousy or insecurity. It can also bring luck to your love life. To work with rose quartz, place the crystal on your heart and think of someone that makes you feel calm. Take several deep breaths and send tranquil, loving thoughts to your heart. So yeah, rose quartz is another really good one, I think. You know, it says heals heartbreak, you know, relieves feelings of jealousy and insecurity. I think this one would be really, really good for you, you know. I use rose quartz all the time. I have it on me at all times. It's right here. And it really does work. It really does help. So So that's another stone that you might want to check out. Another one that we have is, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, rhodochrosite. This stone can improve your outlook on love and romance, especially if you're feeling defeated and uninspired. This stone has purifying powers that soothe emotional stress and deflect negative energy. Turn to this pink stone to increase feelings of positivity, optimism in your dating life or partnership. Keeping this stone close to your heart chakra or in your coat pocket or a chain can also help you gain a better sense of yourself within a relationship, which can lead to more confidence in love. Yeah, I think all of those are like really perfect for this situation, especially these two, because as I was saying before, feeling, trying to remember that, that this isn't the end and that there are still things to come for you. Your life isn't over until you're dead. That is the truth. That is it. But, yeah, I hope that you got something out of this reading. I don't want to say I hope you enjoyed it because I don't know, I feel like that was a little sad, but I really hope that things turn out okay for you. I would love to hear feedback on this. Tell me if it was accurate, and forget that. If it was accurate, let me know that you're okay and that you're gonna try to work on yourself and try to get back to a place where you don't feel like, there's no hope in love, because love is all around you. It's something that's within everything, there's passions, there's, love for a passion or love for a person, a love for anything, it's what makes the world go round. So yeah, I hope that you guys are okay, and I hope this reading wasn't too hard to sit through, to listen to, and yeah, hope to see you again, I hope things turn out better, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and hopefully, if there is some serious stuff going on Valentine's Day, I hope you can, find time for yourself and find, oh God, I'm so sorry. I wish that my brain was working a little bit better right now so that I'm not pausing so much, but I hope you find time for yourself, and I hope that you can find little things that you can enjoy that can make you feel better. So happy Valentine's Day, and I love you very much. Bye. Hi there, Pile 3. How are you guys doing today? Happy early Valentine's Day. Hopefully when this comes out, Valentine's Day will be in a week. But anyway, yeah, so if you picked the Tattoo Tarot, this is your pile. And we are going to be looking at what your Valentine's Day is going to look like. Oh, exciting. But first I just want to do a little disclaimer. Just because you picked a pile, you saw this video and you were drawn to one of the piles or multiple maybe, doesn't, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't guarantee that you will have a date for Valentine's Day. I just was looking more about what is going to be happening that day and what can we learn about about that day to kind of get a better understanding of love and how to embrace more love in your life. So yeah, I just wanted to say that little disclaimer because my personal pet peeve is when tarot readers are oh, yeah, this is gonna happen on this day, and you're gonna be with the love of your life, and it doesn't happen. So yeah, I just want to preface that by saying this does not guarantee, just because you picked a pile doesn't guarantee that you will have a romantic date on Valentine's Day. You know, it's just kind of more about the day itself. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start with the tarot. And then once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and get into oracles and advice. And then that's going to be your reading. Super simple, easy peasy. Let's get into it. So, pile 3. What is your Valentine's Day going to look like? What is your Valentine's Day going to look like? Okay, so far we have the Wheel of Fortune. What's your Valentine's Day gonna look like? What is pile 3's Valentine's Day gonna look like? We have the Three of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. Pile 3 is Valentine's Day. Pile 3 is Valentine's Day. Ah, okay, well that's too many, so I'm gonna take these two because they came out upright. Okay. Lovers in reverse, the Ten of Coins in reverse, and then to clarify, we have Temperance. Okay. So, pile 3. What is your Valentine's Day gonna look like? Let me just scoot these up real quick. Okay. Sorry to do that super slowly because my hands are very sticky right now. Don't judge me. Anyway, okay, so pile 3. What is your Valentine's Day gonna look like? Well, right off the bat, I can already say that this person that you're gonna be with, this is a newer connection for sure. We have the Knight of Cups here. It's kind of like somebody coming up to offer you something, but it's not like fully fledged yet. So yeah, I can tell that this is a newer connection. Probably just met this person not too long ago. I want to say a couple months ago. But anyway, so who is this person? Who is this mystery person? What are they like? So we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And this tells me that this person that you're going to be with, well, a couple things, but first and foremost, this person that you're going to be spending your Valentine's Day with is kind of a bit of a wild card. The Wheel of Fortune, usually when it's, I'm sorry, they're like doing stuff out on the street right now, but usually when the Wheel of Fortune comes out as a person, I kind of interpret that as like somebody who's a bit of a wild card, but like somebody who kind of just like goes with the flow. I don't think Sagittarius represents the Wheel of Fortune, or like, the Wheel of Fortune is associated with Sagittarius, but it kind of gives me Sagittarius energies. Not too sure why. I think it might actually be ruled by Pisces, but I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. I need to read up on my tarot a little bit, but anyway, typically I get Sagittarius energy from the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody who's a little bit like, what's the best word? Somebody who's just kind of like all over the place a little bit, like, and not necessarily in a bad way, like they're not chaotic, I hate using that word, but like, to describe people, but like, they're just a little unorganized is more of what it is. They're a little bit, their thoughts are scattered, they might talk really fast, and they might like kind of say things that they didn't really mean to say, it just kind of like came out of their mouth. Sagittarius energy. But they might also be like a very passionate person, and they would be interested in like how things work, you know, like kind of how the universe works. I feel like every Sagittarius placement I have, you know, Gen Z, their Pluto is in Sagittarius, so the whole generation kind of like questions humanity and the way that you know, the way that the universe works. Like, does fate exist? Do we have free will? You know, all that kind of stuff. Like, so this person might be like really into that kind of stuff, but on the other hand, what the Wheel of Fortune shows me is that this person kind of came into your life by chance. I don't want to like say that it was fated, like that you guys were supposed to meet. It just like, I think both of you were in the right place at the right time, and you guys connected, and there you are. But yeah, so this person that you just met them not too long ago. It was kind of by chance. You both just so happened to be in the same place at the same time. A little bit like that. Okay, sorry. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm like, these don't look straight. Anyway, but like also what I want to say about this person is I feel like they have like a bit of like a mysterious energy to them. Like, not like, oh, what are they hiding? You know, what are their deepest, darkest secrets kind of mysterious? Like, I think it's more of like you can't quite describe them. Like, you're like, well, I don't really know how to describe this person. This person is so unique and interesting. Like, they're just doing their own thing. Like, there's no way I could compare them to anybody else, because they're doing their own thing. But actually, you know, I want to pull a clarifier just so that I can get a better idea of like how this person is showing up more. So Spirit, can we get a clarifier? Oh no. We have, okay. Stop folding. Sorry. We have Strength to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Or gives me a better idea of what this person's dealio is. So yeah, they're kind of like, I get the sense that they're kind of doing their own thing, and I feel like a lot of that comes from this like inner need to like prove to themselves that they can do stuff on their own. Kind of like, I kind of feel like this person may have grown up with like a very dominant parent, like, or domineering parent, that's what I meant. And they didn't really get the chance, like a very strict parent, they didn't really get the chance to kind of explore things as a kid, even though they really wanted to, because, you know, they have that Sag energy. And so now at this point, they have a little bit of this, like, I don't want to say entitlement, but like, they feel like, you know, that sense of adventure is owed to them at this point, because they didn't really get that as a kid. But at the same time, I also feel like this person is has a really strong sense of justice, and like kind of has like a heart of gold, you know. I don't know, I like, every time I see Strength, you know, I see the lion and I think like heart of a lion. Like, you know, strength comes from generosity and doing things that you don't really want to do, but you know you should. Justice, you know, doing the right thing. So yeah, I feel like this person does have a really strong sense of justice and like doing the right thing, and you know, trying to better other people's lives as well as their own, like, you know, going on their own kind of spiritual journey while also helping those when they can. I also want to say like 2 major arcanas upright. This person I feel like has a what's the best way to say this? They have a very strong life force. That's the best way I can put it. Like, I kind of keep hearing this person is meant to do great things. I think they're very intelligent and they're very strong. I think they've seen some things and they're like, okay, you know, oh my god, does this person also have like a tendency to just trail off? Because I'm like losing my train of thought every 5 seconds and I'm like, how do I say this? I don't know if that's like, that resonates with a few of you, but that's like something I'm noticing for this reading only. Like my train of thought just keeps getting off track and I'm like, literally I'm talking and then I'm like, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Anyway, yeah, I think this person has kind of been through a lot and they really want to help people because they feel for those that have struggled. And I do think, you know, I think they are in their own way meant to do great things. You know, I can't see this person's future, but like I do think they have this really strong energy, you know, because they're being represented as 2 major arcanas. So I do think that, you know, they're an important person in some sort of way. I feel like even in this situation, they're an important person to you because we have this Knight of Cups here. So, you know, and even just the Wheel of Fortune, like, it kind of has an association with fate and, like, luck. That's probably why I associate with Sagittarius energy. But, yeah, so, yeah. I can't tell exactly, like, what this person is to you quite yet, but I do know that because we have that Wheel of Fortune there, they are of somewhat importance. So, keep that in mind. Anyways, let's move on to this 3 of Wands here. As far as, like, the day itself and, like, what you guys are going to be doing, I feel like you guys are going to be doing something fun. 3 of Wands, like, it kind of sometimes makes me think of, like, the 3 of Cups in a way, in the sense that, like, it's all about, like, joy and, like, celebration in a way. I mean, the 4 of Wands is more about, like, celebration, but 3 of Wands, I kind of see it as, like, you know, like a playful energy. Like, I get the feeling that whatever you guys are going to be doing this Valentine's Day is going to be very playful. I feel like almost like childlike, in the sense that, like, maybe it's something they used to do as a child, or like something they used to do as a child. I don't know, like, I don't know, I'm also seeing mini golf, so I don't know, maybe you go mini golfing. But something that's just, like, fun and, like, easy, doesn't really, it's not, like, super complicated or expensive, just something easy that both of you guys can enjoy, that you guys have fun doing. I definitely see the Knight being very, like, giggly. I feel like you guys really make each other laugh. I'm just kind of getting that vibe. But yeah. I'm sorry, like, I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought so much right now. I'm, like, getting dizzy. This person has, like, really strong energy. You guys have a very, like, I can already tell, like, you know, we have this Knight of Cups here, but we also have the Lovers here as well, and four major arcanas. So I feel like, you know, like, I feel like both of you kind of keep things casual because, you know, you have so much fire energy with, and well, actually, I don't know about the Wheel of Fortune, but, like, you know, as I mentioned, that Sagittarius energy, strength, Three of Wands, yeah. It's a lot of fire energy, so I feel like, you know, I want to say that, like, this person, and even you, possibly, like, maybe you have fire placements, but I think this person especially, like, as my grandmother would say, like, burn people's eyebrows off. Like, they have so much energy that's just, like, intense and in your face that, like, it literally drains people of their energy. And I feel like the one reason why this person likes you is because you can keep up with that kind of energy. Like, even if at time, I'm so sorry, they're gardening over there. Even if at times, like, you do feel kind of, like, drained by their energy, it doesn't take that long to, like, gain it back. Like, it takes, like, 5 seconds, you know? Like, just, okay, I'm gonna go do this for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back, and then you guys are back at it. Like, let's go. You know, and I think they like that about you, that you can keep up with them. Well, let's talk about this Knight of Cups here. Spicy Knight of Cups. Man, I'm so sorry. They're, like, right there. Okay. So this Knight of Cups, definitely, like I said before, tells me that this is a bit of a newer connection, but feelings definitely run deep, especially with the lovers here, over here, right next to it. I feel like, this person really, really likes you. They're very attracted to you. I think they really enjoy your company, and they really, they're just very, like, physically attracted to you. I mean, obviously, I think they're more attracted to you than just the physical. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. just try to ignore that. I feel like they're definitely attracted to you beyond the physical, but, you know, they do really appreciate your physical attributions. But I also want to say with this Knight of Cups, like, I think for them, maybe more so than you, it was kind of love at first sight. I get the feeling that they're not really a person to say that they love somebody, but I think they were just, like, really fascinated by you when they first met you, and, like, I think they kind of noticed that, like what I was saying, where it was just, like, you guys both happened to be at the right place at the right time, and, kind of could feel that energy where it was, like, this is something special. This is, like, really weird that I met this person at this time, and they're, like, really pretty or handsome or attractive. And they kind of were, like, fascinated by that, because, like I was saying with, you know, like, how this person is, like, I do get the feeling that they are very intrigued by, like, coincidences and synchronicities, and, like, they kind of, like, ponder, like, well, is this really, like, the universe telling me a message? Like, I feel like in their own way, they do kind of have, like, their own special, unique, spirituality. I was like, I literally just said it, what was the word I was looking for. But yeah, so as far as you, like, they're very, very attracted to you, and I think if they haven't already asked you out, you know, like if you guys aren't in a connection yet, they will definitely ask you, like, before Valentine's Day, on Valentine's Day, or, like, shortly after. And I mean, for the most part, I get the sense that, like, they have already asked you out on a date for Valentine's Day. Like, we have Knight of Cups, the Lovers, Wheel of Fortune. Like, I kind of get the feeling that they've already asked you out. And like I said, with this Three of Wands, like, going on a date to, like, Boomers or something, or that's if you're in California, like, mini golfing. But yeah, they really like you. They really are attracted to you, and they find you very interesting and very alluring. Like I think it's kind of funny that, as I was saying, like you can't really place this person. Like, it's hard for you to describe this person, but I feel like for them it's hard to describe why they're so intrigued by you. Or, like, it's hard for them to describe why you guys met, which I will get into in, like, 5 seconds. But I want to talk about this Lover's card here. How is the night going to end, you say? So, even though this Lovers is in reverse, I still, I get the feeling that, something spicy might happen. But, I don't want to make promises. I think what's important to remember about this Lover's card here, as far as, like, how the night's gonna go, the overall energy that I get is that, like, things will go well, but, so I think things will go well, but there will be, like, I don't know, a part of the Lovers is, like, making a decision, but in this case, I don't think it's, like, a decision of, like, oh, should I go with him or should I not? I think it's, like, a decision of, like, how quickly you want to take things. I feel like this person is the kind of person to, like, just jump into things and, like, go through it really fast, which I feel like in the past, can get bored in a way. I don't see them getting bored with you necessarily because, like, they have such an intense attraction to you, but I think that is something to consider, because I think that is one of their downfalls, is that they jump into things too quickly and then don't follow through. So I think the choice, at the end of the night to make is more about, like, well, how far do you want to take it and how soon? And, oh my god, I swear to god, I don't lose my train of thought this often, as I am right now in this reading. Maybe that's, like, something that you're going through too, of, like, just, like, being kind of distracted by this person. I can definitely see this person being very distracting. They seem very, like, fun-loving, very energetic, very intelligent, like, very interesting, like one-of-a-kind energy. I can definitely see that. So it's a little bit distracting, but I think the decision that you need to make at the end of the night is how far do you want to take it and how soon do you want to take that risk, as well as, like, where are you in your journey, like, with love? Have you, we also have this Temperance card here. Have you made amends with your past wounds? Have you accepted the way that things are and are ready to move on? Like, I think that will kind of be the big question of the night, is, like, are you ready for this person? Because like I was saying, like, there is a little bit of, like, I hate to say it, but I think there's a little bit of, like, kismet, of fate at play here. I think this person has fallen into your lap by chance, but like long-term speaking, I feel like this person was meant to be in your life, if not for a long time, at least for this time, you know, but they definitely, you were supposed to meet this person at some point, and it just so happened to be now. So, you know, I think that's the question that you need to ask yourself, like, are you kind of ready for this person, you know? I feel like they're pretty ready for you. I feel like it's more of you, if that makes sense. But I don't mean that in a bad way, just like, you know, because, well, I guess like this person thinks that they're ready for you, but, you know, because you're here getting this reading now, like, you have to ask yourself, are you ready for this person? And are you ready to communicate with them and talk about it when the time's right? So that's what I wanted to say about the Lovers, but let's go ahead and move on to this Ten of Coins and Temperance in reverse here. Again, I wanted to say, like, yeah, I think this person was, like, meant to be in your life. I think this was definitely a fated meeting. You know, it's gonna happen at some point. But with this Ten of Coins here, you know, in reverse, I think this person, more than anything, is gonna show you how to, like, figure things out for yourself. Like, not that you can't, but I feel like maybe at this time you've been struggling a little bit with, like, just stress, like daily stressors, life stressors, and this person is kind of worldly. They've been around the block, and I think that's like a big reason that they're in your life right now, is to show you how to deal with things, you know, kind of like, I don't want to say be an adult, because like I get the vibe that both of you are pretty mature. I mean, like, in a way they have more like immature energy, but they still have been around. They still know what they're doing. And yeah, and like I get a mature vibe from you. So it's not that you don't know what you're doing. It's just, I think, like, at this point, which kind of goes into what I was saying about the Lovers, is like you might be struggling with like past trauma or like past stressors that you're like, hi guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm like so frustrated with my camera situation. There's this stupid timer on it that it like only allows you to film for like 30 minutes, and like I know that comes on all cameras, but apparently there's a way that you can fix it, and I know I need to do that soon because this is getting really fucking annoying, and it keeps interrupting the flow of the reading, and I just, like, I hate that, you know. But anyway, we're back. And so what I was saying, this Ten of Coins and Temperance here, I don't, it's not that, like, there's a maturity issue here, because I think both of you are pretty mature. If anything, this person might be a little bit more, like, childlike than you. So it's not like, you know, you don't know what you're doing in life. I think it's more of past trauma or something, like past experiences that have kind of, led you to struggle with coping with certain things. And I think this person, because they've gone through their own problems and possibly even like similar problems, they're able to provide a new perspective for you that will help you kind of like learn to cope, if that makes sense. And even just like with the new perspective, you know, everybody, you know, I feel like everybody kind of needs a different perspective in their life, you know, from time to time, just to like see what else is out there and see like other people's truths. I think that's really important. But anyway, sorry, fixing my seat. But anyway, yeah, I think this person will do you a lot of good. You know, they're in your life to kind of help you understand what's happened in your life better. You know, also because of this 10 of coins, there could have been issues with like money in the past, and so I think like, you know, regardless of if this person is like good with money or not, I think, you know, just the way that they handle money will kind of teach you not to be so afraid of like money or like losing money, because I could see that being a problem here, and to just, yeah, to kind of get a better understanding with this temperance here, to find peace and balance in life and clarity, you know. I think this person will help with that a lot. But so now that we've talked about your Valentine's Day and this person, let's go ahead and get into the oracles and advice, just to kind of get a better idea of like how to embrace more love in your life and like kind of see how you're showing up in this situation. So we have this physical attraction card. This is representing how you're showing up in this. I feel like it can be taken two ways. One is that this person is obviously very physically attracted to you. I think I mentioned that with this Knight of Cups over here. Yeah, so they're that's one way to interpret it, that they're very physically attracted to you. But I think it's also like in the way that you're showing up, I think it shows that you aren't really taking this like super seriously. Like, you know, you might have some pretty like deep feelings for them at this point. Like I said, I don't get the vibe that you guys have known each other for a long time, but you know, with this physical attraction card, I feel like it's showing that you're kind of more taking the casual route and like trying to keep things light, so that either like you don't scare off this person, or like you know, I feel like it kind of talks about like, or it kind of shows that you as a person, especially with this 10 of coins here, that earth energy, that you might just want to take it slow and kind of just see where it goes and not really get too serious at this point. So yeah, so sorry about that, guys. I had to pause the video for just 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some advice. These first three are chakra cards, and these are more like, I don't know, there's a bunch of different stuff. We'll get into that in a minute. But so first, starting with the chakra cards, this might help you kind of figure out where you need to focus in life to kind of to embrace love more into your life. So first we have the 5th chakra, throat chakra, willpower and determination. I set clear boundaries for my own behavior, and I cultivate a strong will by being true to myself. I use my willpower to accomplish my daily tasks and spiritual goals, and to encourage uplifting thoughts and behaviors in myself. Doing this will assist me on the next stages of my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. My will is strong and my mind is clear. So yeah, maybe just like communicating, you know, with this person, like what your intentions are. We don't have any swords, and we don't have a lot of air energy, just the Lovers and Temperance with Gemini and Libra. But other than that, it's mostly fire, water, and earth. So yeah, maybe communication is a big thing with this person as well as with you. You know, if you have trouble communicating your needs and desires, maybe, you know, just being more open about what you'd like in a relationship, in a situationship, you know, whatever, like in life, you know, to really, oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? To really, like, set clear intentions in the universe. Like, you know, here it says, I will use my willpower to accomplish daily tasks and spiritual goals. Doing this will assist me on my next stage of physical, emotional, mental, spiritual growth. So yeah, you know, communication is a huge thing, especially in relationships with people, you know, business, friendship, relationship, otherwise. Communication is a huge, huge part of being a human being, talking about everything. So maybe, like, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. We also have the first chakra. It says the base chakra, but it's also known as the root chakra. I know it as the root chakra. It says courage and faith. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear, and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. So yeah, I feel like this is kind of talking about this 10 of coins over here that I mentioned, you know, and kind of like, well, I think I said, like, not really knowing how to cope with it, but maybe it's more of like a fear that, of like letting it happen to you, you know, of like the past repeating itself. This card is kind of saying, you know, go with courage and faith, you know. I feel the fear and I do it anyway, you know. It's okay to be scared of things. You know, fear is a very natural response to things. It's a very natural instinct, feeling, you know, whatever you want to call it. But it doesn't have to get in the way of the things that we want to do, the daily tasks and spiritual goals. You know, it's only there to protect us. It's not there to hurt us. And when it starts hurting you, you know that you need to take a step back, look at what your fear is, and kind of revise it and say, okay, well, do I really need to be this afraid of whatever it is that I'm afraid of? You know, like, there's got to be some other way. There always is another way, you know. There's no such thing as no other option, period. There's always hope, you know. Yeah. So we also have another first chakra card. Building a strong foundation. I create stability and security by adequately providing myself with the basic needs of a healthy life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I use my creativity to build a strong foundation, as this is an essential key to my survival and growth. The more inner and outer stability I have, the more grounded and fulfilling my life will become. I respect myself and take care of my physical body by nurturing and nourishing it. My body tells me what it needs. So yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying, where it's like taking a step back and saying, okay, do I need to let this fear get in the way of the things that I want to do, the things that I need to do, you know? That's very common, letting fear distract you from your basic needs, and that is a no-no. You know, you got to take care of yourself by respecting your body and taking care of it, taking care of what you need. The more fulfilling and grounded your life will become. The more inner and outer stability I have, the more grounded and fulfilling my life will become. So, and that's kind of like what I was saying with this person, is I feel like they'll be a big help to that, because they're able to offer another perspective, a different perspective on things. But I'm going to leave these here for like 5 seconds, so that if you want, you can take a screenshot so that you know which chakras you need to kind of look into to learn more about it and see how it relates to your life. Or also these passages, I find them very helpful when I pull these cards for myself. I really like how it states everything. It's very, like, I don't know, it's helpful for me. So I don't know, if you want to do that, there they are. But once you get that done, we're going to go ahead and get into these love advice cards. I really like these because they have different, whatchamacallit, they have different, like, categories, I guess, like crystals, meditations, signs, and love spells, you know. I don't condone witchcraft, you know. I will never say to anybody, oh yeah, you know, you should just cast a spell or whatever, but some people... Hi guys, I'm so sorry, my camera ran out of memory space. I feel so bad, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for sticking through all the little cuts and whatnot to finish this reading. We're nearly there. We just have these 4 cards. I already laid them out. Yeah, let's pick up right where we left off. God, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. But anyway, okay. So to start, we have Call in a Lover. It's one of the love spells. It says, this spell will help you attract a new lover. Draw a bath, gather rose quartz, a rose quartz crystal, rose petals, Epsom salt, and honey. Before you add the ingredients to the bath, taste the honey and call in the goddess of love, Venus. Venus was poisoned by honey, so make sure that the honey is good and will protect and honor her. This will ensure that she brings you your desires. Mix the ingredients into the water, then enter the bath. Close your eyes and consider what you want to attract. A fling, a long-term partner, or something else. Speak your intentions out loud before leaving the bath. So yeah, like I said before, I don't like to condone witchcraft because, you know, I've grown up with witchcraft and it is definitely not something that people think it is today. It's not light and fun and, you know, oh, I'm just gonna get this guy to like me, you know, like it's a lot more serious than that. There's a lot that goes into it, the whole spirituality of everything and whatnot. And I myself don't practice witchcraft, I guess. I mean, divination is technically considered witchcraft, but, you know, I don't know what to tell you, but anyways, yeah, I don't usually condone it, you know, just for the average person, but at the same time, you know, it works. You know, I think in this sense, you know, if you don't want to do the whole spell, or if you don't feel comfortable doing the whole spell, I would recommend still sharing out loud, you know, to the universe what your intentions are, you know, communicate with the universe what you want. You ask and you shall receive, you know. And I think this will kind of help sorry, I lost my train of thought again. I feel like this will help kind of, you know, make it clear to yourself too, you know, after going out with this person or even before, really getting an idea of what it is exactly you want. So I think that's a good one. And then next we have Aquarius for the signs in love. When it comes to the matters of the heart, Aquarius, the water bearer of the zodiac, requires a partner who is honest and intelligent. Rather than needing passion, this sign values creativity and intellect. In love, they value a mental connection over a passionate one. Aquarius often looks for friendship as a basis for a partnership. They can sometimes seem aloof and distant, and they value their individuality. Their generosity can be conditional. They'll only dictate time and energy to those who've proven themselves through acts of kindness. So maybe this person is Aquarius. Aquarius and Sagittarius share a lot of similarities. I feel like they're both kind of rebels and, you know, worldly in that sense. So maybe they have an Aquarius placement or are an Aquarius, or maybe you're an Aquarius, have Aquarius placements, you know. It's just a sign to look out for that might be important to this connection. And then for love meditations, this red card, we have clear intensity. When you're feeling hot-headed, this breathing practice, Nadi Shodhana? Pranayama? I'm so sorry. I hope that I didn't butcher that. Can help you clear intense energy. Place your left hand on your left knee. Place your right thumb on your right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. Then switch sides. To decrease anxiety, repeat for 5 minutes on the same side. This meditation is especially powerful for Aries signs. So that's another thing. If you have Aries placements or they have Aries placements, this might be helpful. Especially if, you know, you're feeling overwhelmed with everything in day-to-day life. You know, decreasing anxiety is a good thing. Definitely helps make things run smoother, makes communication easier, you know, you're more clear-headed. And then finally, for this last card, we have Crystals for Love. The crystal that's up here is carnelian agate. This stone will help you take your sex life to the next level. Call on carnelian agate, I think I said agate, to clear any hang-ups with you might have around love, sex, or intimacy. This crystal promotes vitality and courage and increases trust and open communication within relationships. To tap into the carnelian agate's stimulating and positive energy, place the stone on the sacral. I had trouble saying that in the last one. Sorry. Sacral chakra, which is located under the belly button, and lay down on your back, and it will restore and detox the energy in this powerful region of the body. So yeah, you know, again, I was saying, where is it? An open communication within relationships. I think that's very important for this, like I said, especially because there were no swords or any real air energy in this reading. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for sticking around through all the quick cuts and just jumping around everywhere. I hope this helped, and I hope that you got something out of this reading. And have a happy Valentine's Day, you know? Hope you have fun. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this reading, and have a good rest of your day. Bye! Hi there, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading on what your Valentine's Day is going to look like. If you picked the Renaissance deck, this is your pile. If not, I would check the others. Yeah. Oh, also, happy Valentine's Day. I believe this is going to come out before Valentine's Day, hopefully. But on the off chance that it doesn't, happy Valentine's Day. Anyway, I mean, regardless if it's on Valentine's Day or not. But yeah, anyway, so basically how this reading is going to go is we're just going to get straight into the tarot, and then I'm going to do some oracles. Look, I've already shuffled them to just make it easier on everybody. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. Already shuffled them. Camera's probably going to cut out again, so I'm going to try to time it so that before it cuts out, I can just stop it and we can just go ahead with that. But anyway, so yeah, that's how the reading is gonna go. This is just the tarot is gonna tell you like how Valentine's Day is gonna go, who you're with, where you guys are, what's the situation, and then the oracle will tell you more about how to embrace more love in your life, how you're showing up in the relationship, and then some advice. Yeah, let's get into it. So, oh, also real quick, sorry. Just a little disclaimer, if you saw this video and you felt drawn to any pile in particular, I don't want you to think that just because you were drawn to a pile that means that it guarantees that you will have a date for Valentine's Day. I kind of wanted to leave this a little bit more open, as to like, you know, like, I wanted to leave it more open, meaning that you could really be with anyone, see what the situation is. I just wanted to see like how the day is gonna go, so and like why is that the way that it's gonna go? What do you need to learn about love from Valentine, from your apparent future on Valentine's Day? But yeah, I just want to do that little disclaimer because I don't want people coming for me and being like, I picked a pile and it said that I was going to be with this person,
and I thought it was going to say that I was going to be with this person and I wasn't, and now I'm mad. I was like, well, I can't say I didn't tell you. So anyway, so Spirit, what is pile 4's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What is pile 4's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What's pile 4's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What's pile 4's Valentine's Day gonna look like? Oh shit. Okay. So first we have Justice. Put her there. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What is pile 4's Valentine's Day gonna look like? What else can you tell me about pile 4's Valentine's Day? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Rods. One more, Spirit. What does pile 4's Valentine's Day look like? Pile 4's Valentine's Day. Oh, that's too many, so I'm gonna take this one. Okay. Also, like, just, this is really, like, off topic, but I never noticed how small these cards are. All of my other cards are at least, like, this big, and then all of a sudden, I pulled these out and put them next to the other ones, and I was like, wow, that is really tiny. It just looks so small. Anyway, okay, sorry. I just had to say my little side note because I thought it was funny. But anyway, so pile 4, what is your Valentine's Day gonna look like? Well, for starters, this is really good if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. We have the Six of Rods, the Knight of Cups, and Justice here, all upright. Long story short, I think you will have a very fun night on Valentine's Day. I definitely do see a romantic connection for your Valentine's Day. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into, like, who are you with? Who is this person? So here we have the Justice card. This person, well, first of all, Justice is associated with Libra in astrology, so this person very well could be a Libra or somebody with Libra placements, you know, moon, rising, all that good stuff, Venus, I mean, especially Venus. Yeah, but, like, other than that, you know, they also have, like, a really, I don't want to say good sense of justice just because it's the Justice card, but I feel like this person is a very ethical person, regardless. I think, and I don't even want to say that, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just grab a clarifier for this so I can get, like, a bigger picture. Spirit, can you clarify this Justice card for me? Can you clarify this Justice card for me? Okay. Eek. Get back over there. So we have the Four of Rods and the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. Alright, it's starting to come together. Okay, so, yeah, okay, now I'm getting a little bit of the better picture of what's going on. I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I think I'm gonna grab one more clarifier for this Knight of Cups. Spirit. Wow, okay. We have the Magician, and we have the Seven of Rods. Alright. Okay, this actually gives me a better idea of what's going on. So, this person could be a Libra. They could also have Aries placements as well. We have a lot of fire. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, Wait, that doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 fire cards. The Magician being associated with Aries, and all the 3 rods. We have a little bit of water, a little bit of air with Justice and the 6 of Swords, and some motherfucking sorry, Pentacles, Earth. Jesus Christ. I think that's on me. I'm a little bit tired right now. Shooting this a little bit later in the day. So I'm so sorry about that if I like totally blank out. I'm so sorry. It's not because I don't have anything to say, it's because my brain is dead right now. So, what was I saying? This person could be a Libra, or they could have Aries placements. They could have a lot of fire in them, some earth, some air. But mostly what I want to talk about, I feel like this person very well could be someone from your past. And the only reason at first I thought it was like somebody new because of this Knight of Cups, but looking at the Justice and this Magician card, I'm starting to get the picture that there's a little bit more going on here. I feel like this person, well, first of all, I feel like you guys I feel like you guys haven't talked for a very long time, and either have just now started talking to each other, or they are about to reach out to you. But either way, you know, with the 6 of Swords here, 6 of Swords is about like traveling for communication. And since it's coming out in reverse, I feel like this person has already like gotten to their destination, if that makes sense, which I feel like is you, which leads me to believe that if you haven't been talking to them for a while, they either have just reached out or they're just about to reach out to you. Yeah, sorry. This looks a little bit more complicated than I know how to describe. I'm getting the sense that like, besides, you know, not having spoken to them in a long time, I feel like you guys started out as friends. Hold on, let me just like soak it all in right now. Okay, I see two different groups. This is what's going on. Here's the tea. For group A of this reading, this is a friendship situation. And for group B, this is a romantic situation. For group A, or well, for the whole reading, for both groups, I don't see you guys having talked to each other in a long time. This is somebody from your past who is kind of like making a resurgence, if you will. I guess we'll start with group A. So group A, this person is an old friend who you guys stopped talking to some sort of falling out, I think, happened. You know, and they kind of, I feel like you stopped talking to them. I mean, it could be that they stopped talking to you, but I feel like most likely it was you that stopped talking to them and left both of you kind of hurt. But in the present situation for this Valentine's Day, I see this person wanting to come through with like justice, with making amends, with coming here with communication, like, and kind of like, I mean, I already said making amends, you know, like coming to you with apologies, with communication. I am noting, however, that like, I feel like the way that they're going to start communication, and it kind of depends on like how you take it or like how they say it, but I feel like the conversation will start with something about their accomplishments and like some sort of thing that they want to celebrate because we have the 4 rods here, the 4 wands, whatever. Yeah, so they might like, they're not gonna come right out and say like, oh yeah, I'm sorry and I want to get back together, or like, you know, I want to make up, I'm gonna be friends again. It'll most likely happen with like, I could also even see you guys like running into each other at some sort of celebration, but I feel like most likely what will happen, or what has happened, is that this person will start talking to you and open up with like things that they've accomplished in the past like few years or year or however long it's been since you've talked to this person. But they do really want to come to you with an apology, you know, this justice card. They want to make amends. They want to make things right. The 6 of Swords here in reverse shows that they're like ready for communication. They're like, they've done all the work that they could to like figure out how to say what they want to say, and now they're ready to talk about it. Okay. But for group B, I feel like this might be an ex-lover of some sort, or like an ex-situationship or something, or like the one that got, I don't want to say the one that got away, it wasn't that serious. Something that's like not as serious, but like coulda, shoulda, woulda kind of situation, you know, not exactly a situationship, but just things like never really worked out. And like kind of a similar situation, like they have put in the work, they want to reach out to you again, and they want to like see how you're doing, see if like, you know, anything's going on. And they've kind of like taken space from you and let you have your space to like figure your own ish out, like so that they can figure their own ish out. But I do think this conversation will start the same way, by like bringing up accomplishments that they've made over the past year or so, or however long it's been since you've talked to them. I'm also getting the sense that like for both parties, this person isn't really that great with communication. You know, we have 2 swords cards here, but you know, with that 4 of rods, like I feel like this is kind of like their personality. Like they're a little bit more like egocentric, you know, not in like a narcissistic way, like they're selfish or anything, but I feel like it's more of in the sense that like they really like attention and they really like to be the center of attention. And because of that, they might miss at times when other people are struggling, or like they might, you know, their friend might be like, oh, I'm feeling I'm feeling down right now, just stuff isn't going that great, and they'll just jump in there and be like, oh my god, my life sucks right now too, and like then you kind of are stuck talking about their problems. But I don't get the feeling that this person is a bad person, I feel like if anything they realize that you are one person that like understands that more than anybody else. And I'm starting to get a better picture of like what might have happened between you guys. It probably was for some sort of situation like that where like things just got to be too much, where you're like, I can't take this anymore. Like, I have a lot going on and I need to focus on myself and I need somebody who's going to be there to support me. Like, and they didn't get it. But it's not because they don't care, and it's not because they're a bad person. It's just because it's probably because they have some like emotional dysregulation themselves, and they just don't really know how to handle their own emotions. And so therefore they kind of don't really know how to deal with other people's emotions. So yeah, but at this point, and this is for both groups, this person really sees what they've done and sees how their actions and them not taking care of themselves has affected other people. And because they know that you were such a good friend, or that you were a really good partner, they really want to come and make amends. And like, just the way that they might show up might be a little like, it'll be like, how they've always been like, oh yeah, that's so and so, always like bragging about their accomplishments. But I want you to know that it's not because they're like, oh, I'm doing so much better now and like without you. It's more of like they're trying to impress you. They're trying to show you that they've done a good job, that they're okay now, that they are better, and that they're gonna be, that they've changed their ways, and that they want to be here for you. And that'll probably be a part of the bigger conversation that you guys have, if the energy doesn't change. But yeah, that is the kind of person that I am seeing here. Yeah. As far as like this Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like this meeting won't be very luxurious, If anything, I'm kind of getting like, it might be somebody's house, like one of you's houses. Wow, that was great grammar. One of your guys' houses, and it won't be anything too fancy. Like, it'll just kind of be like, it'll kind of be like whatever, I hate to say it like that, especially if you're in the group where this is a romantic person that you're thinking about, or, you suspect this would be a romantic partner. But at the same time, like, I think it's probably for the best, somewhere just neutral that you guys can meet that isn't like, well, I mean, if it is a romantic thing, the bedroom's not too far away from the living room, if you know what I mean. But depending on how things go. But yeah, I think it'll just be like a neutral space where you guys can like actually have a real conversation about what happened and where you want to go with everything. Yeah. So, yeah, sorry, it's not that exciting where you guys are gonna be, but that's what's up with this Queen of Pentacles right here. Let's get into this one, this row here. Now, kind of gonna have to like split it up into Group A and Group B again to like kind of explain it more. So I guess I'll start with Group A. So as far as like what is the situation, like what is exactly going on with you, I mean, I kind of already like said over here, when I was talking about these three cards right here, but just to get a little more in depth, first I want to start with this Knight of Cups here. They absolutely want to make an offering to show that they care, like, or even just by like saying that they care and, you know, they want to make a difference and they want things to rekindle. Like, I think that goes for both group A and group B. You know, this person wants to offer commitment and connection and love to the situation. And with this Magician card here, both groups, this person has been trying to manifest you for a while. This person has definitely been thinking really hard about what happened and how they could have done better. And they definitely have been trying everything to figure out a way to, like, come towards you, and I feel like they've finally kind of figured that out. They've done the work that they needed to get to this point of, like, well, okay, now I'm ready for communication. That goes along with this Magician card. As far as the Seven of Rods, I feel like they really have been working hard on everything. Like, even, you know, as I was saying with this Four of Wands, they might come in and they have, like, oh, I've done all this and blah, blah, blah. And it's because they've been really trying to find themselves, and within finding themselves, they've really, like, opened up a lot of things for themselves. And so that initial emotional dysregulation has kind of simmered down in a way that they're able to manage it, and that they're able to have, like, a better sense of self, if that makes sense. So yeah, with the Seven of Rods, you know, in both group A and group B, they've tried really hard to, like, figure out their ish. That's all I gotta say. As far as, like, you know, what's going on between you two, I feel like also coming up, like, that I'm hearing is that they're fighting really hard to get to you, if that makes sense. Like, they're trying really hard to, like, fight for your guys' relationship, if that makes sense. Like, or, you know, anyway, sorry. Yeah, they've been fighting really hard for that, and because they really do care about you, which is why I think they're coming through, and they want to offer this, like, commitment and this friendship or relationship or whatever. They really want to make amends. As far as how the night's gonna go, you know, we have this Six of Rods here, and the Six of Rods is all about, like, victory, about overcoming obstacles. And so I feel like, honestly, the biggest obstacle that you guys will need to overcome is, like, forgiving one another for everything that happened and really being open and honest about what's going on between you two. Yeah, and if you can do that, if you can set aside hard feelings to hear the other person out and vice versa for them, things will go really well, you know. I see, you know, like, you guys making up, and, you know, if your friends probably go out and be like, fuck Valentine's Day, you know, and, like, single AF or whatever, you know, even if you're in a relationship or whatever, you'll have a new friend, which is important. And, you know, if they're a lover, spicy, you know, like I said, the bedroom's not too far from the living room. But yeah, anyway, I do see things, like, working out between you guys, and even if you don't, I think this will be a pivotal moment for both of you to kind of learn from each other and, like, see your mistakes and know moving forward, like, to just be more compassionate towards people. Yeah. Thought I had more to say on that, but that's pretty much it, you know. And then with this Ace of Pentacles, I feel like the reason why this person that you're going to be spending this Valentine's Day with this person, I feel like it's kind of a reminder that, like, I feel like it's kind of a reminder of, you know, the opportunities that come by, you know, like, I feel like this situation is really kind of a, like, a long shot. Like, I feel like even if you're watching this, like, you're probably thinking, like, I would not, like, you're like, I know who you're talking about, but I would never fucking expect this person to, like, do anything about it, or, like, you know, especially if they haven't already reached out to you. And that makes sense. So I think, like, you know, the reason why this person is so important on Valentine's Day is because it's there to remind you that, like, true love, like, in any sense, in friendship, in romance, in family, like, it's not easy to come by. And so this person's here to kind of teach you, like, always take the opportunity to, like, make amends with the person. I know that's not really, like, probably exactly what you want to hear, or probably doesn't really make any sense, but that's what's coming through. So that's all I have for the tarot. I'm going to pause the video real quick so I can set all this up and it doesn't cut out in the middle of me fucking trying to explain it. So I will be right back with everything laid out. Okay, I'm back. I already had it shuffled. I just, like, it was getting to that time where I was about to cut out. So I was like, I'm just going to stop it here and just right to the chase. I don't have to fucking, you know. You already know the deal. If you've been here before, my fucking camera is always cutting out in every single fucking video. It's all chopped up and I hate it because it ruins the flow of the reading. But here I am. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get into everything. So first we have this body positive card. It's kind of representing, like, how you are showing up in this situation and what kind of love you are representing or, like, bringing to the situation. So we have body positive, and I feel like this card speaks to, like, not exactly like a physical body positive, but I feel like it's more of like a, you know, an emotional body, like a mental, spiritual body positive thing. Like, you know, I feel like even, like I said at the, like, earlier in the video, I feel like this person really appreciates you because they realize that you are one of the only people that truly recognizes that, you know, their egocentric shit, basically, you know, like, way of communicating isn't, like, who they are, and it's more about, like, their emotional problems or their trauma or something like that. Sorry, I keep moving this stupid thing. Tablecloth. It's not stupid, but anyway, yeah, I feel like they really appreciate that about you, that you recognize that in them, that you when you I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, my brain is, like, slowly frying, so just ignore me, and my stupid little whatever the fuck I'm saying. Anyway, they really appreciate you because they recognize that you are a person that recognizes that them and their flaws does not make them who they are, and that you have always been there for them regardless of that kind of, like, behavior. And I feel like, you know, even after a falling out, this, you know, this is, you know, and this person wants to come back, you have still maintained, like, that belief that, like, well, no, that's not exactly who they are, you know, like, just because they do that doesn't mean that they don't care, you know, like, I know that they care, it's just, I was really stressed out, even if, like, especially if you were this is a friend and it's not romantic, you know, I feel like there might have been other members, like, in a friend group or people that you knew mutually that were like, oh, this person is, like, the worst. And you're like, no, they've been through a lot, and, like, you know, like, always defended them. And I feel like you still carry that energy. Like, you still defend them to this day, even if you guys don't talk anymore. And so I think that's, like, really beautiful because I feel like, especially in the friend situation, sorry, it's really gonna help you guys to really understand what happened and really, like, make it clear to each other how important it is for you guys to have that, like, that body positivity where both of you recognize that your flaws don't make you who you are. They're just a part of you, and they're a part of a bigger, a bigger picture. So yeah, I think that's really beautiful. I think just having that mindset really helps in your case. And then as far as, like, with a, you know, if it's a lover, I think the same thing applies. Like, and like I said, I don't, for those of you, oh my god, I'm so sorry, for those of you who you suspect that this is a romantic partner, or you know who I'm talking about, like, this was never, like, a full-fledged relationship. They were never, like, abusive, or they never had a chance. I doubt that they're an abusive person. I think it's just things never really got a chance to start. And so I think, you know, like, even if people around you are like, oh, that person, like, what did you ever see in that person? Having that mentality of, like, well, you know, they're still a good person. Like, even though they act this way, it's one piece of the puzzle, you know? And I think that's great. I think that's really going to help you to understand better what's going on and to really appreciate the love in your life. Anyway, so moving on. We have these chakra cards, which I pulled to see what you need to focus on to embrace more love in your life. And I love these chakra cards because they have these amazing, like, affirmations or sayings or something that really help me, you know, when I pull these cards for myself, because, you know, it's something to meditate on and think about. But anyway, so like, yeah, so these cards and these cards, if you want, you can take a screenshot of them when we're done so that you have it and so that you can go back to it. But anyway, so first we have the third chakra, the solar plexus, personal power. I choose to be myself and to express my truth. I have a positive influence on the people and the situations around me. I allow my integrity and confidence to shine, which installs more confidence and belief in myself and then encourages others to have natural confidence in me. I do not allow my personal power to become egotistical, manipulative, or exploitive. So yeah, I think that's a really good one to think about, because as I was saying before, like, the biggest obstacle that you guys that I feel like you would have to overcome in this situation is really, like, speaking your truth and really communicating to each other how you felt about everything and how everything went down, like, your perspective on everything. Because, you know, as this card says, where is it? I allow my integrity and confidence to shine, which instills more confidence and belief in myself and then encourages others to have natural confidence in me. So, just communication is really going to help save the day here. It's, you know, what I was going to say about that little passage is, like, you know, by you speaking your truth, this person is going to feel more encouraged to speak their truth and to kind of come to an understanding with you, as it says. But yeah, so there's that card. Then we also have 7th chakra, crown chakra, selflessness. I am kind to all. I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. I will help those who seek it, and I will seek out ways to be of service. I develop an attitude of looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. Everything I do from a spiritual perspective, and I put my heart into it. So yeah, I think that kind of goes along with this body positive card that I was talking about. You know, choosing to still be kind even after everything has happened. And even like here it says, I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. Like, I think even being honest about that and saying to this person, like, you know, I realize that, like, not talking to you, or like, you know, this whole breakup of sorts has happened because, and I know, even though we haven't talked about it yet, how that's affected you, and I want to fix it, you know, because I do get that feeling that, like, you want to fix it as well. If you don't, you know, don't worry about it, but but yeah, and I think also, you know, I develop an attitude of looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. I think, you know, that's going to help you embrace more love into your life, because I feel like you're a very kind person. Like, even as I was saying, like, you know, you still chose to see the bigger picture with this person, even though their actions may have been hurtful in the past. Kind of like leaning into that perspective is really going to attract more love into your life than you'd think. Even if it doesn't work out with this person, like, it will attract more love. That's all I can say. But moving on to the next one, we have another 7th chakra, crown chakra, meditation and silence. I sit still in meditation regularly, as I know there is power in silence. I seek out stillness during some part of every day. In the silence, I am open to receive without asking and without expectation. In the silence, I will hear and see the truth. Rest, tranquility, and peace are rejuvenating to my spirit. Miraculous emotional, mental, and physical healing are available when I am open to receive. So yeah, you know that meditation might be a great way to kind of, like, you know, as it says, see and hear the truth. It might be really helpful to achieve, like, balance and peace within yourself. So I would definitely check that out if you don't already meditate. And then also another thing I wanted to say about these cards is looking up each chakra, or both of these chakras, and kind of reading more into them, because it might be very likely that these chakras are blocked in your body, and you can learn how to open them up more. You know, say these little sayings to kind of help clear them up. But yeah, because that could also lead to more love in your life, you know, more empathy and more understanding. And that's what the 7th chakra is all about, which I feel like you don't really have a problem with empathy or understanding. I think it's more of just, like, empathy and understanding towards yourself, I guess. But yeah, so those are the chakra cards. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you want to. Here's all of them. But moving on, we have rhodochrosite. Sorry, I'm terrible with pronouncing all of these words. This is from my love deck, and it's just a bunch of, like, different categories of, like, that has to do with love and how to attract more love and passion and light into your life. So we have rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite can improve your outlook on love and romance, especially if you're feeling defeated or uninspired. Rhodochrosite has purifying powers that soothe emotional stress and deflect negative energy. Turn to this pink stone to increase feelings of positivity and optimism in your dating life or partnership. Keeping rhodochrosite close to your heart chakra in your coat pocket or chain can also help you gain a better sense of yourself within a relationship, which can lead to more confidence and love. So yeah, if you've been feeling down about love lately, you know, this is a good crystal to have to kind of, what did it say? Sorry, to feel more inspired and more positivity towards relationships. We also have rose quartz. Rose quartz heals heartbreak, attracts new romance, encourages self-love. Turn to this rose-colored stone when you want to call in a new lover, mend wounds, or overcome feelings of jealousy or insecurity. It also can bring good luck to your love life. To work with rose quartz, place the crystal on your heart and think of something that makes you feel calm. Take several deep breaths and send tranquil, loving thoughts to your heart. So yeah, that's a good one for self-love, for new romance. Another good one. We also have protect your relationship. This is one of the love spells. This spell protects your relationship from negativity and outside influences that could pull it apart. You'll need a printed photo of you and your partner, black salt, and white candle. Carve your names and zodiac signs into the side of the candle. Next, write your names and Next, write your names and zodiac signs on the picture next to, but not on top of your faces. Sprinkle a ring of black salt around the photo, then light the candle. Call on the protective ring, the salt and energy of the candle to safeguard and sustain your sacred partnership. So just another like mini disclaimer. I do not condone witchcraft for the average person. I think, you know, nowadays a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm a witch, but like it's so much more than they think it is. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing an actual spell unless you were really confident in what you were doing. But, you know, if you do feel like that you really want to protect this relationship, you can go ahead and try. Or, you know, even like carrying around crystals. There's protective crystals like diamonds, amethyst, there's a ton more, but those are the two off the top of my head, that will do the same thing if you're not comfortable doing a love spell, you know. This is all advice and suggestions, so there's no pressure to do anything on this website. I mean, on this channel. Oh god. Anyway, lastly, we have signs in love. Libra. Known as the scales of the zodiac, Libra is looking for the right person to balance their life, and that can take time. Once Libra finally meets their special someone, they don't hold back their emotions. Libra loves being in love so much that sometimes they won't leave a relationship, even when it's clearly over, until they've met someone new. Libra can have difficulty relating to the world if they are not in a partnership. So yeah, this person might be a Libra, you might be a Libra, both of you might have Libra placements. Might be a significant astrological sign or placement in this situation. But yeah, that is all I have for you. So good luck. I hope this helped. I hope you got oh my god, I'm sorry, my brain is falling apart. I hope that this reading helped. I hope it resonated, and I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you got not only a look into this Valentine's Day, but also another way to kind of like support yourself and embrace love more into your life. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. This was a really fun reading. Let me know if you would like to see more readings like this, and I'll try to get back to you. Your wish is my command. Anyways, so thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye!